My name is Sagarika Sekya, and today I am going to present on a history of the Thai Ahom language. Introduction. The Thai, having 197 varieties, is a major language in Southeast Asia. One of the said varieties of the Thai is the Thai Ahom, which was spoken in Assam. The Thai Ahom is regarded as a dead language, but it remains preserved for posterity through historical and lexicographical words. The Ahom language is available in the hundreds of old manuscripts written in that language. The current situation of the Ahom language is that the word lists, grammatical lists, notes, and texts are found in the form of old manuscripts and the Ahom Buronji, Gerson, 1902, Terwell Rano, 1992, Rano, 1996, Barwa and Fukon, 1964, and Barwa, 1936, etc. The Ahom language is claimed to be undergoing a revival, and elderly priests are claimed to have knowledge of the language and its literature. There are certain words and sentences which indicate the history and antiquity of the Thai Ahom people. Here are some examples. Lukmang man fa si ip sang din, Fuleng chutang fa sang flo, etc. found in the Ahom Buronji, and Heu khot jat chi kring te def fi I sang I are as found in a religious chant are such where the word sang is to be noted. Here sang implies the Ahoms as the descendants of the Sangs who related over pre-China Chung Ko during 1500 to 1122 BC. But this needs much more research. Words such as yang, meaning yes positive, and jin or yin, meaning cold, as found in the Ahom lexicon, implies Taoist influence of the ancient Ahom religion, which was known as the Phura Lung. Yin Yang is the most important or main principle of Taoism. Evidences of words and terms collected in the corpus known as the Epigraphic and Historical Studies, which was written by Griswold and Prosser, dating back to the 13th and the 14th centuries, shows presence of words belonging to the Siamese language spoken by the central Thailand people, out of which the vast majority is the Thai Chinese people. The terms indicating rank, title, or class from early Siamese sources. The first one is the Khun, which means a ruler of a fortified town and its surrounding villages, together called as Muyang. In other sources, the prefix Fo, father, is sometimes used as well. Chao, meaning chief or master. This term is used by itself for indicating rulers, but also it compounds such as Cha Fe Din means lord of the earth, Chao Muang means the chief of a town, Chao Ban means village chief, and Chao Kha master over servants or slaves. Next word is Khun Yi, probably a descriptive term for nobles. Khun Nang is a general term for a class of nobles. Luk Khun is a term indicating officials in general. Luk Chao literally means the offspring of chiefs, a term used to indicate the noble class in general, often in combination with the term Luk Khun. Nang means a lady, and generally it originally meant it indicated a lady of a high rank, but with the passage of time the term was used to include women of a less exalted class. The next word is Chang, which means a craftsman or a skilled worker. Now unfortunately there are no early Ahom inscriptions equivalent to the ones scrutinized from the 13th and the 14th century Sukhothai period. The oldest stone pillar inscription using Ahom characters dates at the earliest from the 16th century, and even that one is not very informative for our purposes. There are a number of historical studies which mention the development of Ahom administration and aspects of social class. But this information is of little value to the student wishing to compare the early Siamese and the Ahom material, as these descriptions reflect largely the time when the Ahom administration had already expanded over the whole valley and developed into a more complex phase, and a great majority of these names and ranks were given in Assamese. If we take the example for uh, names of the titles of the officials in the Ahom army, then we can see that person commanding 20 soldiers was known as the Bora. The person commanding 100 soldiers was known as the Hoitya, and the person commanding over 1,000 soldiers was known as the Hazarka. But we cannot depend on this information and link it as to the Siamese language, as most of these names seems to be Assamese names. Looking to the Ahom Buronji, which was written by Borwa in 1930, the sections apparently referring to pre-15th century material, we can find that the Ahom printed text contains a large number of puzzling features. Many words appear to be spelled in various forms. Many suspected printing errors are there, and wrong consonants has been printed, and readers made combinations of vowels wholly outside the Ahom repertoire. Secondly, the translator has found it necessary to introduce paragraphing, a practice not usually found in the Ahom manuscripts. Thirdly, and more seriously, the parallel English text advertised in the title page as translation may not be regarded as such. The English text contains many sentences which appear to be the result of intelligent guesswork or intermingled with doubtful readings and many obvious mistakes. The next is a standard dictionary which is available in the Ahom language, which is known as the Ahom lexicons, which was published in 1964. It is based upon a late 18th century Ahom Assamese word list compiled at a time when Ahom was probably still a spoken language for much of the Ahom population. The original purpose of which seems to have been given to give Assamese speakers a idea of how to pronounce certain Ahom words and what meanings to assign to each of these words. Since Ahom script does not distinguish between different tones, sometimes a great variety of different meanings would be given for one Ahom rendering, as Thai Ahom is a tonal language. To conclude that, we can say that the Thai Ahom language has a history which can be traced long back to the 13th century, since the migration of the Ahoms in the 1228 from the Mong Mau by crossing the Patkai range and entering the Brahmaputra valley. The Ahom language slowly went to lose its original form as the Ahoms adopted the Assamese language and began to communicate in Assamese language. The Assamese language today has, as a result of intermingling with the Thai Ahom language, has many loan words from the Thai Ahom language, such as the word moidam and many other words. These are the references from where I have collected my data. Thank you.